And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome the president and CEO of our host from the Hawaii Community Foundation, Kelvin Taketa.
Wow. Aloha. Now, hardly a day goes by without some headline in the news about another human atrocity. Differences in race, culture, and religion seem to create opportunities for bloodshed, mayhem, and oppression. How can one find reason for optimism and faith amidst such horror? Yet here in Hawaii, we seem to find a way. Perhaps not an answer as we struggle with our own challenges, but at least a path to a more tolerant and civil society. For nearly 2 centuries, people from distant shores have joined with the host culture to forge a community where, as our governor likes to say, our differences define us, not divide us. In our community, there is no majority race. While diversity elsewhere is often portrayed as majority-minority, our form of cultural pluralism revels in its breadth. The more, the better. Here, our food, our language, our traditions blend into chop suey. That is the genesis of the Pillars of Peace program, to bring global leaders to Hawaii to learn of our unique cultural context in order to see Hawaii as a beacon of what can be, and to share their wisdom so that we may be reminded about the fragility of what we have and become steadfast in our efforts to preserve it. The launch of the Pillars of Peace Hawaii program would not be possible without the generous support from our partners and funders who provided their inspiration, in-kind support, and monetary contributions. They are listed on the back of your program as well as on the screen behind me. Please join me in thanking them. And we're extremely grateful to Pierre and Pam Amidiar, who are the visionary founders of the Pillars of Peace Hawaii program. Through their generosity, the Amidiar Ohana Fund of the Hawaii Community Foundation is underwriting a substantial portion of the costs related to the program and the visit by the Dalai Lama. It is because of their personal relationship with His Holiness they were able to extend an invitation to him to be the inaugural speaker for the Pillars of Peace Hawaii program. Pierre and Pam, we are grateful for your support and sharing of a common vision to encourage Hawaii's people and others around the world to practice peace in their daily lives. And we want to thank all of you for being here, and may you find, each of you find, the inspiration to be a pillar of peace in our community. I'd like now to introduce Pierre Amidiar, who will in turn introduce His Holiness the Dalai Lama. As most of you know, Pierre is best known as the founder of eBay, and more recently by their work in philanthropy. In just 13 years, he and his wife Pam have committed more than $1 billion to philanthropic causes. And in recognition of the impact they have created, they were awarded the prestigious Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy in 2011. Their work centers around the belief that providing people for opportunity for people will lead to positive change in our own lives, our communities, and the world. We have been blessed to have Pam and Pierre as members of our community, where their personal traits of humility and warmth make it seem like they've been here forever. I think it's because both he and Pam spent time here during their childhood and were fortunate they decided to return to the islands several years ago. And since their return, Pierre has dedicated his time, energy, and resources to developing programs that will truly make a difference for people in Hawaii, such as the creation of Civil Beat and the statewide initiatives we have been privileged to launch with Pierre and Pam at the Hawaii Community Foundation. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Pierre Omidyar.
Thank you.